Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another day of Agile Scrum. We are in week 2, and before we continue, let me quickly ask if I am audible. Please unmute yourself and say yes if you can hear me well.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so
yes,
much for quick confirmation. So,
yes,
guys, I want you all to thank you. I want you to pay a very close attention when we quickly run through with the reminder that is the code of honor. You guys have been missing on few instructions, and that's the reason you are coming up with the question. And I, for that, instruct you all that go back and refer to day one's recording. However, few element I'll be touching again. Okay, so please pay attention over there. So let's quickly run through with this code of honor, and that's nothing but the quick guidelines. This is the quick reminder. This is the quick deal between you and me and everyone. Okay, with Guru schools as well, I would say. So the very first one, because Agile is full of ceremonies. Ceremonies means what, everyone? You learned yesterday.
meetings.
Meetings.
Meetings, that's right. Every meetings that demands you to be present, show up live, and on time, remain punctual, remain highly committed. Even every project demands this from you, and you can consider the training itself as a project, and you can practice it if you are not practitioner. Okay, and once you practice it, become practitioner, it will become your habit. Why? Because it is said that how you do anything is how you do everything, and it will reflected in every area of your life. The second one, because you choose to learn, when you chose to learn, you automatically become student. But we want you to be the full stack student who does all the assignments, do self research, and repeat what they learn. The third one, you need to take the full responsibility, be it success or failure. Why? Because when you finish what you start and complete what is given to you, automatically you attract back the success. And when you don't follow, you may hit back to failure. And when you realize that, when you acknowledge that, and when you accept that, then you may go back and correct that. And when you correct that, that was the time you may realize again that failure was not the failure. It became trail to the success. Only for that realization, you will have to be very, very firm to take and ready to take the full responsibility of both the elements. However, this one is quite easy because it is evident, it is visible that, but this element requires a reflection. And to reflect upon that, you need to take the full responsibility of this so that it becomes the trail of the success. The fourth one, to do so, it really requires a mindset. We have touched base the topic mindset in the training itself yesterday when we were talking about the safe and lean management and learning center, how our organization become. And for that, you need to individually realize that you need to inculcate this learning mindset. Okay, so I would be putting someone of you on the mute because you didn't realize that you were audible. Okay, so for that, you need to inculcate the learning mindset. More learning minded you will be, you will find yourself growing more positively. The more positive minded you become, you will find yourself growing more complaint free in a way that you can handle any project in a very stringent timeline, and you can go more complaint free and perform even with the lack of resources. And if you could do that, you will find yourself getting loaded in more gratitude that leads to the highest level of productivity. And the fifth one that says that to do all this, you need to start your day with the highest or say increased level of receptivity. For that, you can start your day by enrolling yourself in a 30 days challenge. This is a quick listening audio that you can definitely listen every single day for next 30 days and see its result as a positive outcome in every single activity you do from the morning till the evening. And if you are interested to participate into this, want to challenge yourself towards the positive outcome in every single day, enroll into this. This only requires your 10 minutes of time while you are just jogging or walking or even doing your treadmill or something like that, just that is the time, plug into ear into 2x mode, and you will see how it is impacting every area of your life. And the second one, because you are learning and it grows towards the technicality, for that, always remember, anything such learning or any kind of learning, there you can put up this golden quadrant of learning that comes with the 4 step. The very first one that says that declare with the anchor, and then take a deep dive into deep learning, then draw after 24 hours using pen and paper, and then summarize it in a way that even 5 years old can understand. More declare what is declaration, anchor, all these details are there in the day one. So in case you are still wondering what is this, then go back and listen to day one recording as if you are attending live. And so let's do it. There's a declaration with anchor with the very first statement that is selected over there. So what I'll do, I will just count 1, 2, 3 and clap. You will model it, and then I'll read out the selected statement, and you are going to repeat after me. So can you all see the selected statement on your screen? Just unmute yourself, say yes if you can see this.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, so ready to model me? 1, 2, 3
Yeah.
and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What others
What
can learn
others
and
can
master,
learn and master,
I too can do that.
I
too
too
can
can
do
do
that.
that.
Because I'm a fast learner,
Because
Because
I'm
I'm
a
a
fast
fast learner,
learner,
today's learning is going to be
today's
learning
learning
is
is
going to
going
be
to be
super duper easy to me.
super
super
easy
easy
to
to me.
me.
Yes, it is going to be because you said so. And in case many of you found it still awkward, remember to be the giver, keeping ego away on the path of learning that keeps you more spiritually grounded. It means that your happiness level increases, and happiness is today's new productivity, and that is the demand of the corporate. And when you are learning, not just for the learning, but also to earn more, and it is said that what you want to gain more of, you must start giving away the portion of. And when it comes to money, so it is said that if you want to really increase it, remember to give away, and you can do that by giving away 5% of 10% of your income every single month. Why? Because when you give, you grow. When you receive, you may survive. And in case you are not earning at all, can you have at least an intention that you will give away once you will start earning, or once you get placed, give away 5% or 10% where you can give away the causes wherever you believe in. That could be the by donating into orphanage or old age home, or donating into the or feeding hungry children, or even you can think of donating into any church, mosque, or gurudwara or temple, wherever you believe in. And while you do so, remember to appreciate what you do, what others do for you, and even it does not seem back coming to you, continue to do so, because that's the universal law that says that what you appreciate appreciates you back. Now listen very closely how we are going to remain connected, and what exactly we need to do is that Sunday we are going to meet for technical session at 10 p.m. Monday we are going to meet for again another technical session at 10 p.m. Tuesday it is quite mandatory for you to attend RRP session, even though it sounds repeating, because it strengthens your visibility, credibility, as well as the marketability, and this is the gateway of your placement. Wednesday, you do the another assignment, you do the assignment from the learning of Sunday, and Thursday, you are going to again repeat the RRP session. Yes, it may sound that it is repetition, but still you need to do that, because again, you know that this is the more you show up, more you are ready to get marketed, and the likelihood of the chance of getting placed becomes more faster. And Friday you do the assignment from the learning of Monday. And Saturday you can choose to relax or have a breather day, or do your own research work, or prepare any question that you want answer on the next technical session, that is on Sunday. And repeat, you can repeat by watching the recording. When it comes to recording, you need to you will be getting the recording of every single session, but not immediately, not instantly. After every single session, there is a wait time of 48 hours. How many hours?
48 hours.
48
48 hours.
hours.
So if you don't get your recording within 48 hours, then only please ask for the recording. Before that, you should not ask, because before that, anyway, you will get it. And in case you get it, very soon that you consider as a bonus. So you know now when you will be getting the recording. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Why I said
Yes.
so? Because many of you missed it out, and then you just come back and say that because I missed it out, I did not find the recording. There is a time for that, so you will be getting. There is a wait period of recording that is minimum 48 hours. Okay, so that's that I wanted to share. So let's go ahead and continue with the topic. Do you remember what the topic you had? We had started with last time. Yeah, do you remember? Who can tell me what was the topic we continued yesterday with?
Is Agile or Scrum are same?
Agile
Can you
in
see?
project,
Yes, and can you
agility
see?
in projects.
Yeah, can you see the screen where we had left off?
Yes, the Scrum
Yes.
process.
Yep.
Yeah,
Process flow.
exactly. Scrum process flow. And I told you that there I clarified one question that is related to sprint. So with this note, we will continue further and we will, because this is going to come again, I told you that I'll give you the example of bread loaf. So definitely I'll give you this example very soon, but not here. So let's continue with this because we had left over there. And let's understand more towards the Scrum values. The Scrum what, everyone?
Scrum value.
Value.
Exactly. Why we need to understand value everywhere? Because value set context. Value sets what?
Context.
Context. Because you know that it's quite easy to know what to do. Okay. But it is quite crucial to know how to do. And most of the time it gets missed. Okay. Why how is getting missed? Because it is quite easy to deviate from the objective, and that's the reason how part gets mixed, and that's the reason many times you will identify even you started learning in the candidate career counseling session. You were introduced with the 6 pillars of Guru's course. That was also a part of values that we believe in, that's what help you to get place. So that was the complete context setting. When you become the part of the any batch, I don't know what happens in another batch, but in our batch, we start with the context setting that we introduce you and remind you that this is how we learn. That is the code of honor. There are 6 code of honor we introduce again. And once you are done with that, then we enter into agile. Even when the moment we start with the agile learning, Agile introduces you with its principle and values. When you get entry inside the Agile, then you happen to come across with the various framework. Scrum being the another framework that also introduces you the value. The complete pathway you see is filled with the value because every single path and every single milestone believe in setting in the context so that your how becomes easier and delivery becomes more smoother. Okay, that's the whole objective behind this, and that's the reason when it comes to Scrum value. So Scrum values was added in which year? Can you see which month and year? What is this?
July
2016.
2016.
July 2016. Yes, you are right. And you will see that for every single values or principle or framework, we have a complete guideline for that. These are generally a book. So when you will go for business analysis, we have BA BOK. This is the BA body of knowledge. Okay. When it comes to project management, we have PM BOK, that is project management body of knowledge. That's the guideline, that's the book. And when it comes to Scrum as well, so what do you think, what should be the book name of the book? Any idea, any guesses? Exactly, you are right. This is Scrum box, Scrum body of knowledge. You can find it over internet, and it is filled up with the Scrum guide. However, it's website itself is more kind of a guide where it completes with the various principle and values, and there it talks about 5 values. Okay, and these include the very first one. What do you see here? What is the
Courage.
courage? What is courage about? We will explain it in the next slide. When we are talking about what kind of a courage, then second comes with the what? What is the
Focus.
word?
Focus.
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 And what is the third one?
Commitment.
Commitment. And what is the fourth one?
Respect.
Respect.
Respect. And the fifth one?
Openness.
Openness. Now we will get to know every single element in the next slide. When it comes to courage, it means that you need to do the right thing and work on tough problems. Okay. Tough problems means that you need to have the courage for it. Excuse me, everyone. All right. So yeah. So when it sets up the courage, when we talk about the courage, the most evident this trait would be even seen in sprint planning meeting. Which meeting?
Sprint
Sprint
planning.
planning.
Planning meeting.
I told you yesterday by showing this that all Scrum principle and sprints start with sprint planning. So you will see there. So even for the tough problem, you need to volunteer yourself. See why you need to volunteer? Because I was talking about yesterday. Did you hear the term about the team you will have in Agile? That is the self-motivating team. What kind of team?
Self-motivating team.
And do you all remember that I quoted this yesterday as well? Do you all remember that, everyone?
Yes. Yes, Karan.
Yes. Yeah. Now, when it comes to self-motivating team, there is one more term for such team is there. They are called as self-organizing team. What they are called as?
Self-organizing team.
Self-organizing team.
Yes, it means that they don't need any bosses. They don't need any heads. They don't need any managers to guide them because they are self-organizing. They organize themselves easily. They are. It means that they volunteer. It means that they come forward. It means that they choose what they want to do. And even it comes to take the tough problem, consider the tough problem, they go ahead and they have to voluntarily ask to do that. Okay. Imagine if such kind of situation is there where you need to ask to do certain thing, you will definitely do that. You will have to do that. But when it comes to given the opportunity that I mean, if boss is asking, hey, you do that, you have no choice, you will do that. Now there will be two type of people when it comes to self-organizing team, and you were asked, okay, now you choose your task and start. So now if everyone is voting for them, okay, I will go with T1, that is task 1, I will go for task 2, task 3. And because the option of choice is given, and you are sitting quiet 1 time, you are sitting quiet 2 times, you are sitting quiet 3 times, it means what you are doing in the long run, in the entire sprint planning or in the entire delivery period, what you are doing. If the person who has not opted to do any work, because say for example there
Not
are 4,
participating in the.
you are not participating.
Yeah.
And that is not participating. It means that what kind of work you are doing? Are you doing any kind of work?
No.
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 Yeah.
It
No.
means you choose to sit idle. Okay.
Yeah.
If not
Yeah.
participating, you are not doing any work. You chose to sit idle. What do you think? How long you can sit inside?
Not long, not that long.
Not longer time. You will anyway get noticed. And do you see that you will become how long you will be you will remain the part of project?
They can fire us.
Yeah, the more evident you become, what are the chances of likely to remain inside? None.
Yeah,
0.
no.
So are you, so in a longer run, will you be with job or without job then?
Without
Without
job.
job.
Third job, yeah. So that's so easy for you to come forward, showcase your, readiness to contribute into the project. The more visible you are, and more, promotable you are, more, celebratable you are. Okay, that yes, you contribute. Okay, so the whole idea behind courage is that you come forward, you showcase your own leadership. No one is going to ask you, because this is quite easy to tell, because no one has given me task. That's the reason I'm not working, right? Because this is the mindset people operate. But in agile mindset, it is completely changed. It directly proportional towards the growth, where you need to take your own initiative. Otherwise, you can easily blame. See, this is the blame mindset. When we talk about, taking their full responsibility, be it success or failure. It's quite easy to take the full responsibility of success. Hey, because I did this, I did that, and now the result is. And who will talk about those things when you did not do that, when you uh, uh, did not do this activity? So people show and do the excuse. See, and when you are learning these all things, this is what the soft skill. Okay, that you are self-analyzing, self-criticizing, and coming up with more growth path, and you are working on that, and that's the reason attracting more growth for your own self. And that we have told you already as a part of three key ingredients or three secrets of the agile. So from C, you are able to now connect all the dots back. Okay, how we started, why did we introduce this and that. So everything now today is boiling towards this Scrum values. With me so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
So everything is for the reason, not just like that it is introduced. Now, the second one is what? What is this, everyone?
Focus.
Focus.
Yes. So when we are talking about, thank you. So thank you, everyone. So when we are talking about this element, it means that uh, during sprint, we should be only focusing on the sprint work, and then only we can deliver that. It means that when we'll coming back to this, we have identified the sprint backlog. And the one more term we gave it yesterday, what was that? Anyone remember? In sprint planning meeting, we define the outcome, and that outcome is called as sprint backlog. And there is one more term for this outcome. What is that? Who remember that?
Uh, mm,
Sprint goal. What was the term?
Sprint
Sprint
goal.
Sprint goal.
Exactly. And for the similar sprint goal, because we decided in over here what exactly we have to do, who will do, and how they will do. Okay, that's what we are exactly talking about. Because in this entire timeline that you see over here, we can only talk about the sprint goal that has been prioritized, that has been taken from this product backlog into sprint planning. And this backlog is the list of what, everyone? This product backlog is the list of what it is called?
The set
Anyone
of
remember?
requirements.
Exactly, you are right. This list of requirement, and it means that larger requirement broken down into the smaller sequence of activities. Someone said this exact term yesterday. Okay. Now, so you need to completely focus on that during the sprint. You cannot think of, okay, so in the next sprint, we have to, you don't have time because you have dedicated your time towards your only the sprint work. More focus you are, more reason there is, more focused you are, the more easy your work would be to deliver more faster. Okay. So this there you need to focus towards only the sprint goal, and then comes the third one that talks about the commitment. Okay, so okay, I was talking about how courage is showcased with the self-organizing team, and here it says that people personally commit to achieving the goals of the Scrum team. Okay, So what happens in sprint planning meeting? Whatever goes inside, we will be explaining that. But there is a time in general where you are asked, okay, this is the task number 1. Who is ready to do that? Okay, this is task number 2. Who is ready to do that? And there you commit that, yes, I will do that. We will do this, and towards the end you commit whatever the timeline we have agreed upon in that timeline only you are going to achieve your goal. There is no compromise in between that. In case you need to adjust on your timeline, on your commitment, you have to be very much vocal into that, that it cannot be imposition. Say, for example, some activity requires, 3% days. 3% days means 24 hours work. It means 8 hours each day. So if you are talking about 24 hours of the work, it means that it may go for weeks time. It may go for 8 days as well. Why it may go for 8 days? Can someone tell me? 8 hours of working, it's quite easy, but still I'm saying that instead of 3-man days, 3% days, it may also go for 8% or say 8 days. Why it will go for 8 days? Can someone
Maybe lack
think?
of commitment.
Okay, lack of commitment. Okay, okay, of course. But when say we are committing that it will take 24 hours, okay? And despite that, even product owner is knowing, because product owner is taking everything into consideration. Scrum Master is also knowing that. Sometime it may happen. Okay, I will try to add some more pointers over here. Let's see what comes out, whether answer or the question. Okay, so it may happen when you have committed for 24 hours. 24 hours either may get finished within 3 days or it may get finished within 4 days. If that happens, why that will happen? Why 24 hours may get finished more than 3 days? Your working 24 hours may get finished in more than 3 days. Why? It should have completed just within 3 days, because 8 hours of working, right? That logic says. But I am still saying that it may get finished within 4 days, sometime, or it may get finished within 6 days. Why?
Lack of employees.
Okay, lack of employees. Okay, what else?
The people are not committed to the work of, that's why it's become taking more time.
No, so the root.
Sprint planning.
If
Okay.
they need to analyze, and if there is some error or something come out, then they need some time to fix it.
Yeah. So considering all this stuff, me as a product owner will ask you, hey, give me your timeline, how long you will take. Say, for example, you know that 24 hours it is taking, and that you have you have added your own additional buffer, 4 hours extra. Okay. And everything is getting cut to cut, and you find that, okay, no, it will now, even considering every single thing, even the buffer, everything is getting utilized, and we are ending up contributing for 24 hours. And I am saying that the person has contributed for 24 hours, and but it's still, instead of 3 days, that overlap to the, I won't use the word overlap, but instead of 3 days, it got delivered to me towards the project into 6 days. Why should be? This is one person's job to complete his work, committed work, in 24 hours. And this person finishes in the 24 hours only. Okay. But even though 24 hours can be finished within 3 working days, because 8 hours of working, this fellow given me that his module or his work within 6 days. Why he took 3 days extra? That is my question. But he has contributed still 24 hours. He showcased that, okay, I have worked for 24 hours for this particular module. What do you think what it could be and why it could be?
Is the new changes came or new complication came that took him, but
Okay.
he's not showing his time, but like you're saying, like this time is the same, or he took the more time, but he's showing as he committed for 24 hours, he's showing is only 24
Yeah,
hours.
so say for example, it is module number 1 he committed to work upon, and there he has logged his time 24 hours. Okay, and he showed that this 24 hours for particular module I have contributed as a whole. Okay, but it it was shown for 6 days he contributed instead of 3 days. Why? That is the question. What could be
Maybe
the reason? Did not he work for the every single day for eight working hours? Was he not in office? What could be the reason?
or it was challenging job, like he took time more like to complete those
Okay,
work.
why he could have taken time? So, okay,
Maybe
now
he,
let's ask the logical question. When he finished everything in 6 days, it means every single day, how long he must be logging into module 1 has taken place each day.
4 hours.
4 hours. It means that as a manager, as a scrum master, if I'll check module 1, I should be finding this guy has only worked 4 hours every single day for 6 days, not 8 hours every single day. It means that he has contributed 24 hours, but instead of 8 hours, he has worked only 4 hours. And why it could be? That is my question. Now, it is more clearer now. Why he could be? Where 4 hours
He
may have
Has
gone.
another
is not
commitment
that much committed.
on another project.
Yeah.
He
Not
don't
He's
another
want,
not
problem.
that committed.
he don't want to work.
Yeah. Yeah. So in Agile, so
Well,
everyone is thinking in the right direction now because
like
he might
to
have.
whatever he is doing, he needs some time to test that work.
Yeah. So yeah, everything is fine. But when you say that he has logged in 4 hours, it means every single day he might be logging his working hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he has to give the calculation of his 8 hours. So his remaining 4 hours he might be logging in somewhere as well. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So those 4 hours sometime may go into different work. That could be different housekeeping work. That could be different, meetings and all. Because Agile is full of ceremonies. When I say it has some unsaid ceremonies too. It has some unsaid meetings. All of a sudden gets planned and all that may take his or her time, and he goes there and he logs his time over there, and that's the reason for every billable candidate, timesheet becomes more important, where everyone or he or she can see that where his hours has gone, and that's the reason the things can be calculated. So 4 hours he had committed. In fact, 24 hours he had committed for module 1. Module 1 will have come mm, compiled with 24 hours of his contribution for sure for 6 days, but at the same time, his contribution in another work will be evident in his timesheet. So this is how you need to think that whenever you are quoting any work hours, don't quote in terms of days. Earlier, people used to quote in terms of days. You need to quote in terms of what?
Hours.
Hours, because you never know this these many hours when it will get finished. Okay, sometime in between anything may come up, some client visits sometime, or you become part of the town hall addressing or something like that. You cannot take excuses, but when it is delivery, you need to inform to the higher management, for certain activities I cannot participate. With me so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, making more sense and clarity
Yes.
that what may go and what may happen. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes.
Now it comes to the next one, and this is most critical, which has been taken into consideration from the lean in the value of Scrum, and what it reads as
Respect.
respect. Yeah. So we need to remember this entire time. as long as you are part of Agile project, that you need to respect every team member. Even though there is no hierarchy, every team member is capable of doing anything and they can work independently. Sometimes we will have the difference in our opinion, that is all right. But when it comes to, uh, disagreeing onto uh, someone's opinion, we need to still showcase that you are respecting that person. You cannot insult in front of anyone, because that's the value of this scrum. Because we have seen, even though we have seen, because we believe in taking the entire training itself in agile mode. Okay, so that sometime, even though you go ahead without agreeing on certain things, say for example, it has been seen in couple of the sessions, when you see that I ask a lot of questions. Do you all see that? Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
And someone gives me answer. Okay, all of you are participating, so I appreciate that. All of you give me answer, and say for example, one answer did not land exactly. Say for example, one participation is more exciting. He switches on his video and he's very much involved and engrossed in the learning. At the same time, one incorrect answer came up. Okay, and I said, okay, we'll wait for another answer, another answer. Okay, and we pick up one answer. Okay, and we said that this participant went ahead. So what? Means, in a very different tonality and all. I was telling this answer. Why did not you tell that was right? And then things have really, because different tonality. The another person gave the same answer or different answer. This person with more louder voice seemed like attacking on that person. So in peer itself, it did not create a good environment. Okay, and since then, I started taking time out to stay on this pointer and, revocalize and, emphasize on the importance of respect. Because in Agile, we are giving each other equal space and equal respect, because whatever is coming from them, it must be coming from certain background. Okay, so listen to that person, still respect, and still, even if you are willing to disagree or you agree to disagree, go very gently and go in very easy manner. You are not, even though you are you are right person, no one is, even though person are right, it doesn't mean that they have got license to shout and raise their voice or something like that. It is not entered in the agile world. Okay, it has to go in a very chill manner, and still we reach to the destination of delivering the project. With me so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, yes. And do you all get it? That sometime it may happen. See, one more example from the project I would like to give. So there is a concept. There used to be a concept in when I used to work in Thailand for a big bank. Okay, and its name was K Bank, Kasikorn Bank in Thailand. It was in Bangkok. So there used to be in the data center we used to sit, and there used to be a time of the war, and we had a dedicated war room. So in war room, what used to happen? What any idea what happens in war room? Technical war room. Uh, War room means that there are two parties sitting. Okay, one is heading devs, one is heading QAs, and all the team members, and some business analysts are sitting to justify the war. So imagine a room full of with these kind of three different people sitting inside with the management as well. And now it is time of war. War on what? Any guesses? Can you guess? Not when we say literal war, it means that can you imagine what might have happened in the corporate war room? I want you to think.
Maybe some product is ready for deployment.
Okay, product is released for the deployment or ready to release for deployment. That's
Correct.
right. But in war room, what exactly used to happen? I mean, why it is called war room? Can you guess something as the name suggests? What kind of work? Come
Because
again?
some argument, like discussions happens
Discussion
among the
happens.
teams, the dev team, the
Yeah,
QA team.
yeah. So discussion might be happening amongst the team, and on those discussion, there would be one party who would be agreeing, some party would be disagreeing, some party would be justifying, okay, on some terms, okay, something, and what it could be. They will disagree or agree on what when it comes to just before release.
Blaming each other
Yeah, for what?
for the project.
Uh, for the entire project, no. When it comes to Agile, but deliver in the sequence. We deliver into, you remember the example of yesterday, I gave the example of rule. It had the 7 pieces. First, we delivered the first one. So it became the first module or first sprint. Okay, not the entire project. Entire project had the 7 pieces or 7 7 pieces, means 7 sprints. So of course, not for the entire project. Then inside the entire project there is one piece, that is the sprint. So will they talk about the problem in the sprint or something else? What else? I want you to think in that way.
So you're
Come
saying
in,
the before release?
come again, Titus, what did you say?
Is it the before release?
Yeah, it's before release,
I think,
because
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
I think they are actually like it's not argument, but they're discussing or putting their like they're discussing about what can be done and what why it's not if there is a mitigations in why it is or kind of
Hmm.
things and so what uh, so it's like kind of they're sharing their during the during that sprint whatever they did and why it's not happened like kind of the little bit
Yeah,
argument but it's not kind of
little bit argument on what, that is the question. On what? So what do you do in sprint? I mean, of
so
course you
so
work.
so so it's like why it's not maybe some part is not done or like there is a scope
Okay.
script so that
Yeah,
can
yeah,
be
exactly. There you
discussed.
are heading. When it
Yeah.
comes
They
to
might be
scope,
thinking about the increment value for that particular sprint.
yeah. So they might be, everyone thinks about the incrementing the value. Titus touched the point of scope creep. Something may not match the scope. Scope means what? What is expected from the development work. And for that reason, we have the QA team, they report it. Okay, they talk that exactly this is not matching the expectation. It means that they have the point to tell that this is not working how it is supposed to, and Dave has the knack to tell that how it is working the way it is supposed to. So we have two parties. One is denying this is not part of the this is not the part of the expected work, and one party is saying that this is the part of the expected work, and there the war happens. So where we talk about these things, where we talk about verbally, not at all. We don't talk about verbally that this is the part of expectation or not. We talk in terms of tickets. What, in terms of what?
Yeah, in the creating
Tickets.
tickets in the Jira or
Tickets.
some company
Yes.
management. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you're
yesterday
talking
you were,
about like the maybe this testing teams and the developer they have like kind of that
yeah.
can
So
also happen kind of
yes,
they
yes,
have
yes. Yeah. So now understand. Yesterday we talked about all the project management tools, and I gave you one assignment to come back, explore the tool, and come back and share that what exactly you learned from. Likewise, our QA team and dev team address everything in those tools. And those tools at the end, even though today you are looking at this, and I call it, okay, these the product backlog items. Initially, I told you one term that when it gets defined in the prioritized way, there is one term to call these product backlog, which product owner generates. And what was the term yesterday when I said?
if
Yes,
if
you are right. Epic, epic. epic or enabler, right? So likewise, at the end, even though you call it either epic and you break it down into further more detailed, detailed description, it will be called as user story. Even though you call it into activities or bugs or whatever, at the end, everyone call it as a ticket. What they call it as?
Ticket.
Tickets. So you will get to see more such, terminology. So coming back, so they take, when we talk about the ticket, it means that every time it will have one identifier. It will have one what?
Identifier.
Identifier. It means that it will have the ticket number. So it may sound like 0001, project P001. Or say, for example, it has been 3 months, you have been reporting various tickets or various defects or various activities you're reporting into the tool. It can be P4321, say, for example. So in the war room, they will say, okay, I want to talk about 4321. In 4321, this tester has quoted that this is how it should work, but it is working in that way, no. So this is how. Okay, where the problem is, these all things. Okay, this was the problem. We are not delivering that and all. So we have the defined timeline for that. Okay, and this we experience when more towards SIT and UAT. Okay, what is SIT and UAT? I'll be talking about it later. Okay. So for now,
Hey
why
Gaurav, sorry to interrupt. Let me know when you want to take a water break.
Yeah,
Okay?
so next slide, I'll be inviting you, Prerna. Yeah. Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
fine, work.
Okay, so now coming back to this war room funda. So again, their ticket is being discussed. It means that it is more heated points. And there also this term has to be considered. Even though you are arguing, imagine how, responsibility you will feel that even though you have to disagree, you have to go in a very respectful manner that you need to keep in your mind. Is it clear? The importance of this particular term, respect. Now, can you imagine about it? How important it is?
Yes.
In war room, what can happen? You can imagine that with the name, but at the same time, you have to keep your cool, and that has to be addressed under the value of Scrum, that is respect. And openness comes, that is the fifth value. It means that you are open to listen even to the argument on, it says that, and the Scrum team and its stakeholder agree to be open about all the work and the challenges with performing the work. So you have to be open to listen to the differences as well, right? Any questions so far, guys?
No.
So, okay. So if no question, we'll move to the next slide. And with this slide, I would like to invite Prerna. Prerna, you can take over from here. So on the benefits of Scrum. Prerna, over to you.
Hey, hi Gaurav. Yeah, I'm there. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll start.
Yes.
Yeah. So till now we have been understanding the values of Scrum in detail and understanding how the entire process works. Let us know what are the benefits of Scrum. Okay, it's fine till that we are doing everything, but then how it is beneficial to the organization, to the individual, to the team. That is really important. And once we know how it benefits us, as a team, as an organization, we're at a better place. So. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Can I get some yeses or no? Is the screen visible to all of
Yes.
you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. Can I request 4 different people to read out the 4 points, please?
Increase the quality of the deliverables.
Cope better with change and accept the changes.
Provide better estimate while spending less time creating them.
Be more in control of the project schedule and state.
Thank you. Thank you so much for reading it out. Yes. So first and foremost, it's increase the quality of the deliverables. Okay. So I hope you understand by now Scrum, Agile, has everything to do with the quality of deliverables. Okay, quality of deliverables means if you are working on any application, web application, mobile application, websites, anything, that doesn't mean that you just have to complete and give it in any form. No, it has to be properly developed. It has to be properly presented. Every functionality has to be properly working. You give me a simple answer. For example, if you've ordered a birthday cake from a particular bakery, okay, you have given some specification that I need a doll cake, or I need a car racing track cake, or I need something. And imagine when you take the delivery, the cake is not in a presentable manner. It is not evenly shaped. It is not properly designed. How would you feel? And even the taste is not good. So in one scenario, you get this cake, and then second scenario, you get a very decent looking cake with a very good quality of cake, and in very presentable manner, and it's really very nice in taste. So scenario one or scenario two, which one would you prefer as a customer?
Two.
Scenario 2.
Two, right? Scenario two, everybody will go for scenario two. Why? Because quality of deliverables. So the way we expect to get quality in our work and in our functional, in our every, I would say, aspect of life. It can be food, it can be deliverables, it can be home, it can be work. Same way as in Scrum, when we deliver something, we also need to give proper quality. Yeah, makes sense? Any doubt in this?
No.
No, no doubt.
Yes, thank you so much. So, second is cope better with change, and to be very honest, in the bracket, it is most important, and expect the changes. Okay, kind of giving a disclaimer that whatever happens in environment, we will always need to expect the changes. That means we are working in a dynamic environment. We are working in such an environment where there will be changes. There are changes, and the changes is the only constant thing. To be very honest, in Scrum, that means all the requirements, all the discussions, they will keep happening, and there will be revisions of work. So cope better with change means there should not be any stagnancy or any hard and fast rule stating, okay, no, as a team, as a development team, you should not be saying, okay, we had given these requirements, we have developed as per that, it was given last month, and now we are done. We will not be able to take up any other additional changes or additional updates. No. First of all, first and foremost, the thumb rule of Agile is there will be constant revisions of work. When I say revisions, that means updations and changes. Okay. That simply means during the course of our development, during the course of all the work happening around, there will be variations from the customer. There will be some changes from the customer. So this will keep happening. And see, on theory, this sounds very easy and very okayish, okay? But in reality, when this actually happens, it is a kind of challenging situation. Imagine you're working on a functionality, and all of a sudden, within a couple of days, while you're still working on it, customer comes and say, hey, we do not want this kind of development. We would want you to develop this way, or we want you to have this kind of changes. And so these kind of things they come up. So it is actually disturbing. It is actually not so easy. It is actually not so comfortable or convenient, to be very honest. Okay. So yes, developing changes, expecting changes is very, very important during the entire course of our. Yeah. So provide better estimates while spending less time creating them. Now, this is really, really important. Okay. So what they're saying is that your estimations mean your planning and schedule has to be very good. too much time planning it. Like I'll give you a very easy and simple but realistic example. All of us, have prepared schedules during our school or college days for exams. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't hear anything.
Yes, yes, yes. Sorry. I was on mute. I was speaking on mute. My bad. Yeah. So all of us have prepared schedules, right? Like if our exam is per se after 3 weeks. So, we got 3 weeks and we got suppose say 7 subjects and, distribution. So have you come across someone who actually spent a 1 week into preparing the, what I would say, schedule only? A schedule only, like they're just working on their schedule and planning and they're not implementing. Have you come across anyone, or were you one of them?
Yeah, sometimes they
No,
working
yes.
on a week on the
Sometimes,
schedule.
to be, yes. To be very honest, sometimes we all were in that scenario that we were just planning. And I mean, I personally remember during my 12 boards, there used to be a time when I was just, every day I was just planning and scheduling, and that each day was reducing. And then I realized it's, enough of planning. We should better be getting into execution mode. Get it? So that is what it is being said, that okay, we have timelines, we have work, we have development to be completed. So for that, it's not that we have to continuously only plan but execute in an efficient manner. When will that plan work? When you'll actually work, when you'll actually study, when you'll actually prepare for the all the subjects. So same way, it's great to have a plan, but that doesn't mean you have to spend your entire time in making a plan only. You have to, as a team, focus on execution. Makes sense? Everybody clear on this point? Any doubts?
No
Yes, no?
doubts.
No.
No? Yeah, thank you
No
so
doubt.
much. Yeah. And next, they are saying be more in control of the project schedule and state. Now, this is more or less similar to what we discussed. So, what they are saying that as a team, please be very, I would say, particular, or please be very practical about the schedule, what we have prepared, and the start. Start means, uh, you know, how many of us commit to ourselves that we will start going to the gym from next Monday? Yes, yes. And
Yes.
does that
Yes.
Monday
Yeah.
ever comes?
Never come.
Unless there is a deadline, like there is your brother or your sister's wedding, or there is some function, or there is some activity where you really want to be at your fittest. So that is the trick. We all wait for the Monday, and when the Monday comes, uh, we just tell ourselves, okay, tomorrow, not today, tomorrow. So that should not happen. That's a psychological game that we actually play with ourselves unknowingly. So same way, when it comes to execution, when it comes to delivery, we have to be in control of the start date and the project. Yes. So if we do not have any doubts on this screen, we can move to the next screen. Yes, Gaurav. Please, let's go to next screen. So earlier we learned overall benefits of Agile or Scrum. Now we will understand the benefits of Agile to each individual party. When I say party, that means every individual contributing member in Agile. Okay, so what it says is Agile definitely has benefits to customers, to development teams, and to Scrum Master. Like, every stakeholders or every party involved in Agile has benefits. So, which are these? Can someone read out the customer benefits, please?
The customer are more responsive to requests, high value features delivered more quickly with short cycles.
Thank you so much for reading it out. So first and foremost is more responsive to request. Okay. So customer is happy, customer is content, customer is satisfied because his constant requests are being addressed and being answered. So for example, imagine you've bought some I would say a very big nice TV, and you've taken some service. Like in India we have those Wi-Fi plus OTT service inclusive, right? So if you take a particular Wi-Fi per se Jio or Airtel or Vodafone, you also get their OTT channels. Okay, so imagine you have some scenario like that, and you are trying to map that on your new smart TV, and you are kind of getting some uh, issues, or there's some connection problem, and you're calling the customer service. So you have been doing that for entire day, and imagine if you are not getting satisfactory answers or response, how would you feel?
Irritated.
Irritated, agitated, annoyed, disappointed that you have given money, you have paid them as a customer, but you're not getting the service. Whereas, on the contrary, if the customer service is very responsive, they're calling you back from your end, they're giving you some guides, they're sharing some documents with you about how to, connect to the TV and all the network. And so, how would you feel? You'd feel happy, right? You'll feel, wow, they are really cool, they're really good, responsive, and you're getting your required feedback, and you're getting the response. So same way, as a customer, you feel happy when your responses or your requests are being answered, and your requests have been giving proper response. So that's the very important point for any customer. Second, high value features. Yes. So remember we spoke about him being customers being so we remember customer getting high value deliverables. So high value deliverables means your features, your functionality, your work is of high quality. So this is what, when we say high value feature, that means whatever work we are doing, we are getting done, that is of high quality, that is of a very good, and by the way, when we say quality with respect to development, what that simply means, when we buy any particular item, we say quality, that sturdiness, their long shelf life or things like that. But when we talk about quality with respect to IT, that means your application is sturdy, it has a very good network bandwidth, multiple I would say customers can log in at the same time, database is secured, there is proper security, so nobody can actually hack it, or so these are the parameters, I would say some of the parameters on which we can judge, we can say that it is of good high value feature. Okay. The next point is delivered more quickly with short cycles. That this we all must have, understood by now, that Agile has smaller sprints. It has, see, so like 2 weeks is a very ideal, I would say, sprint cycle length. So in this scenario, we have such uh, continuous sprints happening, and they ultimately result in very good, I would say, and very faster execution. So you have smaller, it's actually like your exam schedule, like when you have a proper schedule for each subject or each thing, and you just tend to complete them quite quickly without any further delay. That's what I feel. Yeah, makes sense. Any doubt?
No.
No.
Yeah, thank you so much. Can we read out the benefits to development team, please?
Development teams, first, enjoy development work. Second, work is valued and used. Third, reduce non-productive work.
Yes, thank you so much. So what it says is enjoy development work. Okay. So here, see what has happened. First of all, we all know that this team is of highly expert people in their own field. Like, if it is a developer, we would know that they are like, seasoned developer. They have experienced, they have a very good skill set. If we have a database administrator or DB person, we know that they are very good in their, I would say, field. If we have any other team member, say designer, say network security guy, so everyone who is as a BAs are also very seasoned, they are knowledgeable, they know their domain well, they know their work well. So in this kind of scenario, when we have the team of best, you know, it is really easy and it is really nice of them to get the work completed. You know, okay, now I'll give you very simple but realistic example. Do you have any doubts at home as a kid, where when your mother was cooking, were you all relaxed or were you all worried that, okay, how that would taste and how it will feel? Or when your maybe per se younger sister who was learning to cook or who was like, and self-proclaimed chef at that younger age and she wanted to cook something, how was your feeling when she was cooking something and you had to eat as a kid? I'm saying, how was your feeling? Were you confident of what she will cook, or were you like skeptical that, oh, we don't know what she'll serve us today? Anything, it can be Maggie, it can be anything simple, but how was your feeling when your mother used to cook or when your younger sibling used to cook? How was the feeling?
Skeptical.
Not confident enough to eat.
Yeah, honestly worried in a way that, okay, we don't know what we are going to get in our plate today, and maybe as a sibling we have to encourage them. So yes, so imagine when your mother is cooking, we don't even have second thoughts because we know it's going to be great, it's going to be nice, it's going to be yummy, or it's something that you would always like. So same way, when the development team knows the timelines and they have that expertise around, they enjoy their work because second is work is valued and used. So simple is that the work itself, that's it, sir. So your work is basically appreciated because you have given so much of thought into it. You are doing with such dedication and with with so much of planning and so much of, I would say, thought process put into it. So that's why not only your team and customer, but everyone, every stakeholder appreciates their work. And next is reduced non-productive work. Now, what is reduced non-productive work? That means, making some mistakes and reworking on that, or doing some research which are not helpful at all, or doing something which is not convenient, or to be very honest, time wasting activities are not done because we know that we have very strict timelines. We know that we have to deliver within very particular period of time, and that's why we are very, very quick and we are very, very, I would say, focused on our deliverables. That's why time wasting activities are kind of cut off, or we are not focusing on them as a team. So there are honestly less smoking breaks and there are less coffee breaks than the usual, day-to-day team schedule. Yeah. So next point, please, to Scrum.
Scrum Master, planning or task level tracking and daily meetings, tremendous awareness of project state or status, catching and addressing issues quickly.
Thank you so much. So yes, planning task level. So absolutely. So Scrum Master, as a Scrum Master, he is in better condition or better position of the work. He or she is very confident about their planning at all the task level. Task level means let me go back to our again to our schedule planning example of our during school days. So it was not only planning of subjects, but it used to also be planning of, okay, now which questions should we do first, MCQs or long answers or short answers, or should we go with fill in the blanks, or should we complete the essays first? So imagine you're not only going on chapter basis, we're going from, I would say task or as per question type basis. Imagine. So, you're going in such detail because you know that you have to give deliverables of good quality. So if you were among the toppers in your class, or one of the toppers in your class, you knew that your studies, and then if you were dedicated enough, then you knew that your studies have to be perfect. Your studies have to be in such a manner that your exam paper or your examination would be easy for you, that you would be able to write proper answers and get full marks. So you will go to that level. So same way for Scrum Master, they have best of team available, they have best of people, they have strict timelines, they have very defined work items. So all this is given. So Scrum Master is in a better position for planning the work. Okay, because there and when task level tracking is also happening in daily meetings, so it's not only they are planning, but the tracking is also in daily meeting. Can someone tell me what three questions are answered in every stand-up meeting? Yeah, anyone from this group, are you aware?
So you're
Okay,
saying
Okay,
about,
let me, yeah, go ahead.
so I think so are you talking about what discussed in the like daily scrum meeting kind of it should be
Yes,
in a, like
stand-up
what
meeting,
is,
stand-up
yeah,
meeting,
what is
yeah,
the
go ahead.
actually work, uh it's today they're going to do it, or like, or they did yesterday, and is there anything, any problem are there are stopping them to do that work? So
Okay.
like
So I will
present,
I will tell you, it is a rule of 8-8. So what did they work in earlier 8 hours? First
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
What are they means development day. What are they planning to work in the next 8 hours? So that is 8-8. And the next is, in case if there are any impediments, any questions, any queries, any doubts, any issues, no, please table them. Table them means discuss them in the meeting so that we can get some answers, some I would say a help or guidance from them. Get it? So that is the rule of 8-8-8. 8-8 at least. Everybody gets that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, I have a question. I'm,
Thank you
and
so much. Yeah.
can you
Yeah.
tell me
And the
the
next point,
third
yeah,
one,
somebody
please?
saying something.
Yeah, I have a question. Can you please explain the last part of it, 888? The last
Yeah.
part,
So
earlier
eight
8 hours,
eight
next.
eight is yeah. So first is what we worked upon, what we worked in earlier 8 hours. To be very honest, in short, earlier day. But when we say 8 hours, it's a recent thing. So that is clear that what we has worked upon. So everybody knows what functionality has been done or completed. Second, what are we planning to work in in today or in the next 8 hours? So what is the plan for today's work? And the third thing is, while developing and while working on this, in case if there is any doubt, or in case if there is any queries or any help is needed, please discuss that in that meeting. Like for example, per se, I am a developer and I am not able to crack a particular code, or I am getting some error while writing a code and I need to fix that. So I'll table that, okay, I'm writing this functionality, but I'm getting this error and I'm not able to resolve it. So, there might be someone or architect or some other team member who might have come across that kind of issue or error, and they know the solutions, and they'll say, okay, let us correct offline and we can take it forward. I can guide you for that kind of issue. Yeah, makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome. Yeah, thank you for asking the questions. So yes, and the and the tremendous awareness of project state and status. So basically, we are meeting every day. We are taking updates from team every day. To be very honest, sometimes multiple times a day within different kind of discussions, one-to-one discussions or stand-up meeting. So Scrum Master is in very well control and aware of the overall project status and catching and addressing issues quickly. So basically, because you are in constant conversation with the team, you're so aligned with them, so close with their work, you're observing, guiding, you're being with the team throughout. So as a Scrum Master, you're at a better position to address and to work on that. Yeah. So, you have a very good idea of the overall project status, overall work happenings, and overall deliverables. So, any doubts about what are the benefits to customer development teams or Scrum Master? Yes, no, anybody? Yeah, all good.
Yeah,
No doubts.
all
You
good.
can,
No doubts.
yeah. Thank you so much. Yes, Gaurav, can we move on to next screen, please? Yes. Now let us come to vendors, benefits to vendors, product owner, and PMOs and C-level executives. Okay. So can I request different set of people who might have not spoken till now, who are on continuous mute, to please unmute yourself and read out the one benefits to these parts.
Benefits of Agile vendor focused development on high value features. Number two, increased efficiency. Number three, reduced wastage and decreased overhead.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading it out. So what it says is focused development on high value features. Now, this we've actually learned when we're talking about development team. But when it comes to vendors, now anybody or anyone having doubt about who is a vendor, or can anyone just tell me who is a vendor according to them? Yeah, yeah. Who or what is a vendor? Yeah.
Customer,
The clients.
like direct clients.
No, no. Anybody else?
A vendor is like an agent or a
Contractors.
who
Okay,
works
sorry,
for,
contractors who are
Mhm.
providing the services.
yeah, so somebody who
Perfect.
works
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, absolutely right. So basically, what happens is when we hire a lot of resources. Resources means developers or testers or BAs, So those kind of scenario, though, so that kind of scenario. So when we hire resources from other companies, or when we take, I would say, softwares, some big servers or some softwares from other companies are vendor to us because we are hiring their resources, we are hiring their services, we are hiring their, it may be infrastructure. So in such a scenarios, even these vendor benefit because they know what is the development, when and how is the development is happening, uh, and we are working on the quality. So that's why vendors are also happy. So vendors are like third party companies or third party we call them because they are like they are not from your organization. They are from different company and they are kind of helping you or assisting you in your development work. Okay. Second is increased efficiency. So uh, as a vendor also they feel that okay their work is valued and they are doing a great job and their efficiency also, so their efficiency also increases because they are also working with a very high quality or expert team. And last but not the least, reduce wastage and decreased overhead. This simply means, as we were discussing, there are less of coffee breaks, there are less of unfruitful discussions, there are less of time wasting activities. There are less of breaks, there are less of R&D is happening because we all know that this team is highly expert and they know what they're working on. They're very focused. Yeah. So these are the benefits to the vendor. Let us move to the benefits to product owner. Yeah. Someone who has not spoken till now, can you please read out the benefits?
Yeah,
Yeah, go
product
ahead.
owner, development work aligns with customer needs, frequent opportunities to reprioritize work, maximum delivery of value.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So as a product owner, what you feel that see, now let us get a view of the product owner. I'm not sure I've given the example of the roles here, but let me give that for your understanding. So we get this question frequently that why we have Scrum Master and why we have product owner and why there are two parties in in the team when we can have only one. So let me give you a very simple yet easy to understand example. Uh, in our during our school days, right? We all had our class teacher. Yeah, a dedicated teacher as a class teacher. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So what were the basic duties or responsibilities of a class teacher?
To keep an eye on everything, to teach them.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Yeah, can
As
you
a
please
teacher,
repeat?
as a
Uh-huh.
teacher, she should keep an eye on everything, all the activities of the kids, to teach
Okay.
the kids.
Yes. Yes. So to be very honest, to be kind of comparatively to be closer to the kids. Yes. Take attendance. Yes. Take
Yes.
attendance.
Yes.
Yeah. Ensure that important submissions are done on time.
Yes.
Yes. Overall,
Yes.
overall, I would say a discipline of the class. Yes.
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 So
Yes.
can we say that our class teacher was in constant communication or constant touch with us on daily basis?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Whereas, what was the duty of your school principal?
He was in
Mm,
charge of the
In
whole
short,
school.
yes, represent the whole school. Share about the opportunities we are getting as a school or as a particular division or standard. Yes, but
yes.
then still, the you know, still even after working at a school level. Tell me, was your principal aware about the most smartest and naughtiest person in the class? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now map these roles with Scrum Master and Product Owner. Your class teacher is like a Scrum Master who is with you in daily Scrum, who is with you in daily conversation, who is closely supervising your work, who knows your behavior or your I would say a development work or your deliverables very very closely. Whereas, and then they are working with you on your work, more or less. Like, they'll check the submissions, they'll check your notebooks, and they'll take your attendance. They'll be with you throughout the day. Whereas, a product owner is like a principal, though he is in connection with you, they will come to your class, they'll attend some important discussions, but then they'll also have a 360-degree view of the entire school, any opportunities coming up. And then when you would say go to any state level competitions or any I mean district level competition or any outer competition in inter school competition, that time the principal would come with you, representing school along with you. Make sense? Make
Yes.
sense? So
Yes.
can you now bifurcate or distinguish between the responsibilities of product owner and Scrum Master, and also product owner as like your principal will have an access to other senior principals of other schools, or other important maybe board of directors of your school, right? So they have a very uh, higher reach to other members. Yes. So
Yes.
same way as a product owner, though they know what is happening in the team. And by the way, the more clarity product owner gets, it's from Scrum Master. So same way, principal might not be aware of every individual functionality, but they will check with the class teacher, right? To know that, okay, who are the toppers from your class or who is doing well, whom can we send for the allocation competition, whom can we nominate for essay competition, who is a good speaker from your class. So you see, it's the same relation that we have about Scrum Master and the product owner. So as a product owner, they ensure that the development team's work aligns with the customer needs. So, if we have a per se allocation competition or any debate, so they will know that who is the right person to send from the class. So same way, as per the customer needs, product owner will ensure after speaking with Scrum Master that, okay, these are the requirements we have, and we need to align our development team, our work as per the requirements. Second, frequent opportunities to reprioritize work. So as a product owner, they are at a better place and they are at a better authority to reprioritize work. Reprioritize work means, see, customer can come and tell them, okay, I know that we are working on this kind of development, this functionality, but now we want other functionality, faster, quicker, because of some change in some business module, or we want to highlight that work earlier or something like that. So in this scenario, after due discussion, after due consideration, there will be reprioritization. Reprioritization means change of priority. Okay. So for example, maybe in your 20s, going out, partying, chilling with your friends, exploring was more of your priority or your, to do things. When maybe when you come to 30s, you are in a very much more stable environment. You might prefer staying at, in your cozy home, relaxing or having a cup of coffee, reading a book, or maybe, just kind of chilling on Netflix than going out and partying all the way. Just a change of priorities. I'm just giving you some examples that might stick to your memory, and it will be easy for you to recall. So same way, a product owner isn't in charge of reprioritizing or frequently changing the opportunities depending on the customer demand and how it goes. And next point is maximum delivery of value. So as a product owner, now imagine you're at a state level championship, some competition. So that time, as a principal, what would be her or his responsibility to shine our, to ensure that our school shines, to ensure that our school performs well, right? As a principal. So same way as a product owner, uh, you know, we ensure, like, that person will ensure that whatever deliverables we are giving, that is of the best quality. So the customer should be happy, should be satisfied, and should be I would say, motivated to come to us again for the further work. Make sense, guys? Yes?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Now, last but not the least, PMOs and C-level executives. So, what is a PMO? PMO stands for Project Management Office. I have myself worked as a PMO in my earlier organization. So, what does a PMO does is basically look after almost all the projects under one vertical. Vertical means it under one particular category. So it can be digital banking, it can be human resource, it can be marketing, it can be sales, it can be information technology. So entire vertical means that particular segment is kind of managed by them. And C-level executive means higher level management, like, all the EDs and MDs and directors and all that seniors, whom we see in coats and ties, and, little bit aged or seasoned employees, or, very senior, higher authoritative people. So all this. So what is the benefit is? So can someone read out the benefits, please? 3 points. I know we are almost time towards the end, but let me just complete this. Yeah.
High visibility.
Go ahead.
Daily project development, adjust strategies based on hard information, plan effectively with less speculation.
Yes, thank you so much. So first is high visibility of daily project development. So as a senior, as a management person, as a very senior role, you still have the clear cut vision or understanding of what is happening in your project, okay, of your daily project development. Like, okay, we are towards, see, it's a very short duration, guys. 2 weeks is such a short duration for any development work. And still, okay, today we are at this, tomorrow we'll complete this functionality. So I'm not saying that they'll come to the team and they'll talk to everyone, but then they can connect with product owner or maybe scrum master, and they'll understand, okay, this is a status, or there might be project status report that might be going to them on weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, things like that, so they know what is happening in the project. Second point is adjust strategies based on sorry, hard information simply means, as the team is working on the development requirements of the customer, they know what the customer is asking. What is the recent trend? Okay, they want to have this feature. They want to include more of maybe animation into their app, in their websites, or they want more customer centric website, or they want someone, they are working on websites which are very easy for customers to use, or multilingual websites, or high feature website, high security website. So what is the trend? What is currently the customers are asking? That is being addressed here. So that is the main important goal. That is the benefit that they get out of it. And second, last but not the least, plan effectively with less speculation. So as they are aware of the market trends, of the customer needs, the customer requirements, they are at a better position. They are at a very comfortable stage of creating the strategies and plan for the future. Get my point? So, they know that, okay, the current market trend is, like earlier we were all getting normal cable network. I don't know how that is happening there, but here we used to have proper cable network for our channels, and we used to get some maybe 30, 40 or maybe 50 odd channels. And, that way TV was happening. There was no recording, there was just, a timely, I would say, all the channels were aired, programs were aired. Now we are at OTT, so it's like you can watch anything at any time. You can record stuff if you want. If in case of there's something live match or something, you can explore. You can do so much. There are like limitless. I would say limitless opportunities to work on. So or to explore. So same way, all these executives or PMOs have a better understanding of the market and the customer, and they work to understand that. They work towards that. Yeah, makes sense. Any doubts
Yeah.
in these benefits? Yes, everybody's cool with it. Great.
Yes.
So yes, Gaurav,
Yes.
I think we are towards the end. I'm actually 3 minutes overrun, 4 minutes overrun. So over to you. Thank you so much for your participation, guys. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank you so
also.
much,
Thank you.
Prerna.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So thanks
Yeah.
to all of you, in fact, who participated and stayed till the end. Now is the time for quick attendance. So you know the drill, how we are going to do that. So quickly go to your WhatsApp group and write your name in front of the message you are going to type is about what? The message you are going to type, not what did you learn, what did you feel after learning? Are you gaining more confidence towards, yes, you can do it? Are you were you able to relate, connect? Was it more engaging and participating or not? So we are going to check today how is your confidence level boosting up further. So kindly let us know with your attendance, your name, and then your feedback. What do you feel like saying? Okay. So with this note, I'll be taking your attendance after the call now. Until then, just go to your bed, enjoy your good evening, good night sleep. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. You all can now disperse. Thank you. Thank you all, everyone.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Good night.
you.
Bye bye.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Good night.